Good afternoon or good evening, wherever you are. Dr. Ruth Anderson here with Enlightened World Network. We bring you a guided meditation every day of the year. And today our guest meditator is Silver. Silver, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Ruth. Thank you for inviting me. It's always a pleasure to be on Enlightened World Network.
Well, it's always our pleasure to have you here. So you can just get started whenever you're ready.
I just would like to just give you a brief introduction about this particular meditation. I have been meditating a lot on the quantum field, on the quantum powers we all have. When we talk about quantum powers, these are actually the different dimensions we have as multidimensional beings, as beings of light. And we're actually spiritual beings that happen to be in a body now on this 3D reality. But we are actually in many different realities. We can just experience this if we imagine we are on a beach and we are actually on that beach with part of us is on the beach. So even this, easy experiment can show us that we are not limited by time or space. And today, I would like just to give you a meditation about time and how to meditate out of time so that we can achieve things that seem to be absolutely impossible and which are not possible in this time and space bound world in which we live. So this is just the introduction about this meditation so that we can access a little bit quantum powers, especially in terms of timing. And let's see. Okay, so first thing, please close your eyes. If you're driving, please stop and relax and find the right space and the right time now to meditate. We start breathing in and breathing out. And now we feel at ease and we know we are safe. We breathe in and we breathe out. With every breath, we bring in the light of the universe. And every time we breathe out, we can expand this light all around us. We breathe in light and we breathe out light. And we can actually visualize our body completely surrounded by a shield of light. And we can start feeling this light coming from the core of the universe through our bodies and down into the core of the earth. And we are blessed to be in this beautiful column of light. And we can feel that we can breathe in light from everywhere, from above, from behind, from below, through the heart. So we can raise our vibration. And little by little, by breathing out, the light around us expands and goes beyond our aura, our magnetic field, our home, our city, our country, our continent, and also the earth, because we are connected to the whole universe. We are not bound to Earth or to any other planet. If we wish, we can go into the core of the universe, which is infinite. And we can decide in which dimension we want to live. And today we can choose to go to the future. A future where a problem, a situation, or a disease is over. If we have a health issue, for example, we can decide to go to a special place where we know that doctors have already found a cure. And so we can imagine that we can step into this hall full of light, very clean, very efficient, and we are welcomed. They know that our health problems are no longer an issue in this world. Because all the treatments for these problems have already been developed. And so we can decide to go, each one of us, to the special unit or to a special department where our particular disease or disorder is treated with ease and grace. And here we receive all the necessary care we need. And if we need some more, we can always come back to this place of healing. Or we can go into the future when a particular situation has already found a solution. And we know that we are beyond pain or anxiety or suffering. Because we have been brought in by the light. And any darkness, any fear, any worry will not be able to withstand the strength of the light. Or we can decide to go to any place in the future and look at ourselves as we really are. Whole beings of light, multidimensional, multifaceted, and we are already aware of who we are. We can always come to this place of possibilities whenever we need to remember. So we breathe in light and we breathe out light. Or we can go to a place where we would like to see some changes for the better. Even something very tangible, like our house or a car. Anything that we would like to change. And in this place of infinite possibilities, we can use our quantum powers to modify it. We can be as creative as possible. We can rebuild our homes, our entire cities, our countries. We can recreate forests, depollute the world. Because in this field of infinite possibilities, everything is possible. Or we may decide to finish a project, writing a book, or any other project. Doing something positive for the world, for example. Anything that is important for us. And we can decide to step into alternate time and change the course of the project or finish it up in no time. And we are still breathing in light and breathing out light. And we feel connected. There are millions and millions of different possibilities of different worlds and dimensions. Archangel Michael once tried to tell about the billions and billions of different worlds and dimensions that exist. this vast field of possibilities. So we can ask Archangel Michael to guide us through these dimensions. And to truly show us who we really are. And we can be safe when Archangel Michael is around us. Archangel Michael in front, Archangel Michael on the right, Archangel Michael on the left, Archangel Michael above, Archangel Michael below. We can start traveling. He can guide us through all these worlds. We may decide to go back in time to meet our ancestors, the millions and millions of people who have lived, struggled, survived, hoped, loved, so that we would be born. We can imagine that we can go back in time and meet our grandparents, great-grandparents, great-great-grandparents, and so on and so forth, and ask them to bless us. And we thank them for their courage, for their determination, their attachment to life, their drive to leave something behind in this world. We can even go back in time so back that we can experience as Earth was at the beginning. This Garden of Eden full of animals, plants, abundance. And we can bring that image of the earth so pure, so pristine, so full of biodiversity and high vibration to our present. So that this blueprint can be energized into our current life. And we ask Archangel Ariel, the angel of nature, to help us protect the earth, the animals, the beauty of the universe, and its wonderful laws. We breathe in light and we breathe out light. And we can enjoy the beauty of the earth. The cycles of seasons, the mountains, the water, the sea. We've been so lucky to have been given such a treasure. With all the wonderful animals that roam the earth. We can choose one, for example, as our companion, as our friend. What animal would you choose? They can guide us through nature. So we breathe in the purity of the air, the beauty of the forest, and we realize we are accompanied by nature spirits. Thank you for being with us. And now we can come back to our time and space. With a different level of awareness of what we can do with time. It's wonderful to know that we can integrate the past, the present, and the future to be able to change the world according to our wishes or dreams. Or to develop a new project, a new idea. Some more music, books, creative art. Angelic channelings. It's all there for us. And we thank all the wonderful creatures that have accompanied us in this journey. And we can always come back with ease, grace, and joy. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Silver, thank you. That I'm still having to come back from that. I was so far into that one. It's hard to come back.
I know.
You shared a very special time, which was to go into the future, to remember who we truly are, and to seek support if you're dealing with a health issue or something like that. How can someone who is dealing with health issues use the quantum powers to support themselves here in the 3D?
Well, in meditation, you can access a different plane, a different level, and we can envision to be in the future when a disease that we may suffer from has already been treated. This happens all the time in our evolution. If we think that, people died of pneumonia, apart from COVID, but I mean, normal illnesses that today are absolutely curable were killing diseases in the past. And so in our future, there is already a treatment for all the conditions we suffer from. And going there is going to support us. Probably not heal us, but for sure, we will feel so much better, so much more empowered, and so much more supported. Because what we create in that dimension is actually exists for us. It's just there for us to be there. I have met a lot of people who have really been able to be supported through this kind of meditation for some illnesses that they had. And to go through the course of the disease, much faster and with less pain. And in the end, they found the right treatment for them. So it's a very nice practice, I think. It doesn't cost anything, and it doesn't have any side effects. And you can go there whenever you like. It's absolutely possible to be there. And what is created there is like a hologram of our reality. And it's already created. And it can materialize, of course. Or even the fact of being there will accelerate the discovery of a new cure.
Here at Enlightened World Network, we've been given information to share. And what I was told was to call it the 25th floor. And we've done meditations inviting people up to the 25th floor. And it's actually working with galactic beings for healing, both physical, emotional, spiritual healing. And so folks can go on to YouTube at Enlightened World Network and pull up meditations to the 25th floor. And as you were going through this, it felt so familiar.
Yes, because you go to another dimension, and in that dimension, you're not bound by time or space. So we can be very creative in what we can develop there. Even our wildest dreams can be possible. There is no limit. Why not? And I think that it's whenever I do this meditation myself, for myself, I come back and I feel very empowered, very strong, very confident. And even that is a miracle. Coming back from this, lucid dreams and feeling well, empowered, happier, and more creative. And sometimes these journeys seem to take forever, but when I then look at the clock, I have been there probably for 10 minutes, and it's like forever. So it's wonderful. Why not?
Right.
Yes.
And you asked an Archangel Michael, and I know for this particular kind of work, Archangel Metatron is also very powerful in this work. Yeah.
Yes. But I mean, he came because I remember reading a message that Archangel Michael channeled some time ago, not through me, but through another channeler. And he was describing the billions and billions of different dimensions that exist. And that, it was mind-boggling. And it was wonderful if we think about it.
There's just so much out there that we don't know.
Yes, exactly. And then when I do these meditations, I come back and I'm more aware of these things. So I look at the world with different eyes because I know that what I see is not limited to what I see, but there are so many more things. And this makes my day, I have to say.
Mhm. Yes, thank you so much. Silver, if people want to know more about you and the work that you are putting out into the world, how do they find you?
I have a Facebook page, Silver 2019, and they can write to me there. I am not really very, I do not come very often to social media now because I've had some health issues, but they can always write to me, and I hope I will be able to respond to you quickly. I do a lot of courses about energy techniques, about meditations, and I'm an angelic interpreter. So I do not actually channel that. I cannot say that I'm a channeler, but I I perceive a lot of their energies and a lot of their messages. And at the beginning, this was really unsettling when I was younger, but then now it's a blessing. So I am really happy with this, and so just come to me. And if you want to know more about my courses, I have in fact a course on time meditations. So what you can do with the changing of time, going back, going forward, and envisioning you in the future, how you would like to be. And I think it's fascinating.
It is. And so we would find that on Facebook, or what's the best way to find out about that?
Yes, just write to me. And then I also teach one-to-one. And I sometimes do also life coaching teachings. Okay, so 'cause I like to have a very scientific approach. I come from that world, and for me, science and spirituality are not separated.
Mhm.
They're totally intertwined. So I think one cannot exist without the other. I don't see how some people say the science cannot, deal with spirituality and vice versa, which is not true. I mean, science comes from this great intelligence, from this wonderful creative energy of the quantum field. So everything is related.
Exactly. Yes,
Yes.
thank you, Silver, so much for today. Friends, thank you
Thank
for
you.
joining us. Yes, thank you for joining us here at Enlightened World Network. If you have any questions, please reach out. We'd love to hear from you. Take good care and God bless. We'll see you soon.
Thank you. Ciao.